high school girls volleyball faithful, welcome back for another edition of Above the Net. I'm your host, Lexi Ayala, alongside state champs volleyball analyst Vince Muscat. This program is presented by Lawrence Technological University. You can recruit yourself by going to ltuathletics.com. Let's recap the volleyball games state champs covered throughout the week. And we start in the Downriver League as Woodhaven was at home to take on Gibraltar Carlson. The Warriors led by senior outside hitter Abby Weiss, who had 11 kills. They went on to sweep Carlson in 3 sets to remain undefeated in the Downriver League.
Yeah, Woodhaven is in control of first place in the Downriver League. I think they're 8-0 right now. Downriver League, how they work is they go through the entire group of 9 teams. They all play each other, and then they break it off into teams of 3, or first, second, and third will play each other again. So I believe that's Woodhaven, Trenton, and Allen Park in the top 3. Woodhaven's looking like they're in control of that right now. At the game, watched it, and Jenna Jenkins and Brooke Hart were great in the middle, very terminal. They would swing, they would tip, they would found many ways to score. Abby Weiss was the show for Woodhaven. She's an outside hitter for them, 6 foot. She's got a great arm. She plays in the back row. She swings out of the back row. She did a really nice job, and they started the match in control, and they ended the match in control. And in the famous words of Woodhaven wide receiver Cornell Perry, game time.
Next, we go to the west side of the state as 2 teams in our state champs top 10 rankings squared off as number 4 Hudsonville was at home to take on number 3 Rockford in an Ottawa-Kent conference matchup. And it would be Hudsonville coming through, winning in 4 sets.
Yeah, Rockford's on a hot streak. They've been playing really consistent, maybe some of the best ball in the state of Michigan over the past month. Their setter, who recently committed to Florida Tech, Mackenzie DeLocker, she had a great match with 28 assists. And senior libero Alina Anderson, she had 23 digs on the night. When we saw them in August, she was all over the court, covering everywhere on the court, servicey well. She's a great libero, one of the better ones in the state. And speaking of libero, Carlina Bender, she had 27 digs for Hudsonville. And then Eva Joldersma, she had 17 kills on the night, so she really took over offensively for Hudsonville.
And Joldersma, a basketball player as well. But on to another top 10 showdown that happened on Tuesday night, as number 9 Northville took on their rivals from Novi, who came in 10th in our latest rankings. Northville, who already beat Novi just a few weeks back, came through again as they sweep the Wildcats in 3.
This is a match that, it's a rivalry. Both teams put these matches on their calendars and highlight them. Northville just came out and played great defense, probably flawless defense. They served tough. Novi was out of system the whole night. Defensively, they had 3 players in double digits for digs. Setter Julia and Bizito all played great defense for the Northville Mustangs.
All right, Vince, heading into this weekend, is there any changes to your top 10 super rankings?
Number 1 and number 2, consistent. There may be some changes after this week with the Beast of the East, but right now those 2 are the top 2. Hudsonville with their win over Rockford. We move them slightly ahead of Rockford, obviously. Dakota's still hanging in there. They're at the Beast of the East too. You got Skyline. Northville moved up, I think, 1. Grand Rapids Christian had a couple of losses. I think they lost to Forest Hills Northern on Tuesday, so they dropped just a little bit. And then Forest Hills Northern's the newbie in the group, as they've had an incredible 2-week stretch. Beat Grand Rapids Christian twice. I believe they beat Hudsonville, so they're playing some good ball, and again, another team that's heading to the Beast of the East as well.
This program is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association. Officials are in need and invite you to check out being an official. Great part-time pay, and you can stay in the game. Go to MHSAA.com for details. Help wanted, just whistle. The Detroit Medical Center is back this week with another Game Changer segment. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Laura Ramos from DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, and today on Game Changers, I have Dantes and Langston from Brother Rice High School, and we're going to be going over how to structure your workout program to include a pushing strength training day. Adding structure to your workout provides efficiency, minimizes risk, and can yield the greatest results. Begin with a push-up. Perform 8 repetitions and complete 2 to 3 sets. Then progress to the shoulder press. Complete 8 repetitions and do 2 to 3 sets. Next, go to the dumbbell bench press. Repeat 8 times, 2 to 3 sets. Now the dumbbell chest fly. 8 reps, 2 to 3 sets. Dumbbell overhead tricep extension. 8 reps, 2 to 3 sets. And finish with your dumbbell lateral raise. 8 reps, 2 to 3 sets. Rest for about a minute between each one of these exercises. One simple way to structure your workout is by breaking into 3 different sections: an upper body push day, upper body pull day, and a leg and core day. Be sure to tune into the next Game Changers to get your full upper body pull exercise program to complement this push exercise program. Visit our team at DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine for a complete training program.
Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Then go where the pros go. DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. For immediate care, call 313-910-9328 or visit dmc.org/gamechangers.
Back in the studio with Vince Muscat as we profile 2 more candidates for the Miss Volleyball Award. Sydney Squid Tomlak from Rochester Hills, Stony Creek, and Meredith O'Gorman from Lake Odessa, Lakewood.
Yeah, both these athletes I've seen around the club world for seems like years now. Sydney Tomlak, she's a Duke commit. She's a 6 rotation outside hitter. She's a great leader. When you watch her play on the court, she's very energetic. She's always staying positive. She makes her teammates around her much better. When she's on the floor, her team is always competing. She's got a contagious attitude. Again, fun, captivating kid to watch on the court. Meredith O'Gorman, she's an MSU commit.
Go green.
She's a lefty. I love lefties, being left-handed. So she's a big matchup on the right side for teams. And when you bring in a lefty in the game, most teams are really counting on a right hand swinging at them. And so she comes in and she's got a big left arm, which is why she's going to Michigan State. She's a great blocker. She dominates. She's done a great job with Lakewood this year. Her sister graduated last year, and Lakewood is still running strong in the top 3 team in Division II and a contender for the state championship.
Last week we announced the pools for the upcoming Michigan Elite Beast of the East tournament that will happen on Saturday, October 16th at Schoolcraft College. Vince is going to highlight some of those key players in each pool. Vince?
Yeah, we'll try to highlight not necessarily the stars of the teams, but some players who are going to make if the team is going to win, they're going to make a big impact on that. Maybe like a dark horse player or something like that. We got a few stars in there. In Pool A, Allie Borales, she does so much for Notre Dame prep. She sets, she hits for them. It's going to be a long day. It's a long day for her, so I'm curious to see how her stamina is going to be. She's a great athlete. I'm sure it's going to be top-notch, hopefully, to see them in the finals, as Coach Betty would love. In that pool, Mackenzie Bennett from Byron Center. You know, Byron Center has Taylor Humphreys, who's a Miss Volleyball candidate. Mackenzie is going to be a big player for them in order for them to step up and do well at this event. We've got senior uncommitted setter from Portage Central, Mel Hansen. Portage Central has had a strong season this year, really consistent, and it starts with her. For Allen Park, Bailey McAllister, sophomore outside hitter, just a great athlete on the court. In Pool B, Marion obviously loaded with talent. I think the big key for us is going to be Lauren Hemming. She's a great athlete, great libero. Can she stay consistent and really mentally be engaged? And when she does that, she's one of the best liberos in the state. So I think she's going to be a big game changer for them. You got middle hitter out of Lowell, Aubrey Oswald. Can she slow down the Marion attack in that pool? Junior from Matawan, Cecilia Pilak, and senior Brooke Kulik from L'Anse Creuse North, I think, are 2 outside hitters who are going to be one to watch in Pool B. In Pool C, you have Rockford Layla Visser is a freshman, high-flying kid, one of the top kids in the 2025 class. For Lakeland, you've got junior Olivia Krill. She's a middle hitter for them. For Flushing, you have senior setter Kendall Andrews. She's going to Wayne State. And then for Eisenhower, you have junior outside hitter Katie Smith. So those are some players who I think will do well in that pool. In Pool D, we've got Grand Rapids Christian, one of the top teams in Division II. Alyssa DeVries runs the show for them, does a nice job setting. She's going to need to do that for Grand Rapids Christian to potentially win the Beast of the East. Junior setter for Coopersville, Haley Wegner. Senior outside hitter for Grosse Pointe South, Jada DeVita. She's a Lipscomb commit. And then you have junior outside hitter from Oxford, Rachel Townsend. So again, look for those in Pool D. Pool E, we have senior libero Gabby Jones from Dakota. We've talked in the past about Dakota's big hitters. They got a tall setter. But Gabby, the libero, does a really nice job. Great athlete. She can even hit for them if needed. You've got middle hitter Carissa Musta from Cadillac. Junior middle hitter Cameron Burbridge from Grand Haven. And for Troy, you have senior outside hitter Kendall Zeter. She's top basketball player who is doing really well this year in volleyball, and she's fun to watch.
Love to hear it, multi-sport athletes.
That's right. Pool F, sophomore libero Carly Piercefield. Coach Cameron over at Lakewood loves this kid. Best libero he's ever coached, and he's excited about her. She's in that pool with another fellow libero, stud libero, and sophomore Natalie Bordeaux from Traverse City Central. For Bloomfield Hills, they've got a couple of really nice players, but I think Ava Petrucci is going to highlight them. She's an outside hitter, a little undersized, but she jumps out of the gym. She's really fun to watch. And then we'll keep it in the libero pool. Callie Cook, junior libero for Birch Run, does a really nice job taking care of the ball for them. In Pool G, my dark horse team is Forest Hills Northern. They've been hot lately, just really having some nice wins, and it starts with their outside hitting, and Alana Erickson is the one we're going to highlight. She's going to have to play really well throughout the long day for them to compete and hopefully compete for that Beast of the East championship. SMCC, Kate Collinsworth, senior, runs a 5-1, does a nice job for them. She'll have to play well. Junior libero for Marshall, Ella McAllister. And for Stony Creek, you have senior outside hitter. We talked about her, Sydney Tomlek, who will do a nice job for Stony Creek. And again, they're trying to upset some teams in that pool. Pool H, we've got one of my favorite middles in the sophomore class, Mallory Bull. She's a great kid, got a lot of great energy. For Celine, they're going to really need her if they're going to beat Mercy. Mercy's been playing well as of late. For Mercy, you've got senior libero Amina Robinson, who just came back from an Achilles tendon tear from a club season. And she's back and she's filling into that libero role, and she's going to be a game changer for them. For Grand Blanc, you've got junior Remy Madison. And then for Walled Lake Northern, you've got sophomore setter right side Kayla Budziak. So again, a lot of great talent in the gym. We're excited about it. We're excited to watch and play in it, and it should be an exciting day of volleyball on Saturday.
That's all we have for you on this week's edition of Above the Net. Good luck to all the teams at the Beast of the East. And for Vince Muscat, I'm Lexi Ayala. We'll see you next week.
State Champs Above the Net is presented by Lawrence Technological University. LTU offers 24 varsity sports, including women's volleyball, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Above the Net is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, proud sponsor of the MHSAA. Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers.